Oh, I have some right here too. Thank you, Sarah. We have your instructor here with me. We got Jimmy Mora in the house today, you guys. You guys will learn a thing or two today about social media. Who is that? Decide to walk around, Jimmy. So you decide to walk around, just take it to do it like that. Okay. So after this happens, like call you. I'm on some. I'm gonna get myself started. Okay, whenever you're ready to start, just press the pause. You're good to start. Give you guys 1 minute. This is a joke, right? Hey, point it at my chest. Do it now. Works on computers. You account thing. You held a gun to my wife's head. Remote control device you can cut to his last minute. All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Great. You guys ready for today's little lesson? Yes. This one is called Capturing Leads with Social Media. Since you have me, the social media god, we're going to go off script and not even do that. Because I'm going to teach you better. All right. Oh, I can't say that? Okay, let me retract that. We're going to go to the book. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm Jimmy Mora. Let me introduce myself. I've been a realtor maybe 6.5 years, close to 7 years. And I wasn't a realtor always, I was in education. And I was doing a lot for the community as well. So I know a lot of people. That's what helped me out once I got into real estate. I started at another brokerage, runs with SheMax. I learned a lot. I also used to DJ when I was an educator at night, when I was a teacher by day. And so I was around the clock talking to people. Oopsie. Sorry, guys. I got too ugly for this in the camera. So no way, Jose. Party foul. You guys can see me? Alright. Sorry about that, guys. So, I got to know a lot of people, got to connect with the city, connect with the city, and was able to, build relationships throughout, every industry. So, when I first started, I used to do videos and, quirky little things online, to help my business, and a lot of people weren't doing it out here. And that kind of naivness that would tell me, like, I'm posting funny things for real estate, because it wasn't the norm. And so I did it, and it helped me out, you know what I mean? So it helped me in business. Everyone has their own things that they do. I did education, DJ, I was with the community. Social media, I would do promotions a lot on marketing, like with my DJ stuff. So I would do videos, and that helped me out a lot, to find my niche and connect with people. That was my thing. People do that, other people have other things. We'll get into that. Let's get to know one another, since I don't know everyone. What's your name? Noe. Yeah. How long have you been a realtor?
I've been a realtor for a few years, since 2008, and I've been in different brokerages, and I just joined the Keller Williams family on my 3.5 week now.
Okay. Oh, your 3.5 week now?
Yes.
Oh, nice. What did you do before?
Like I said, I was part-time real estate agent, and then a full-time IT system administrator.
Okay. Any schools?
No. But working in the private sector and also for the government.
Nice. So you know people?
I know a lot of people,
Okay.
and I like to talk to people too.
That's good.
Yeah.
Rita Willis.
Okay.
I joined Keller Williams in December. I took my test in October.
Oh, nice. How are you liking?
It's a lot. It's a lot of information. It's a new way of thinking, and I like it.
Okay. You guys?
Dorothea. I've been a realtor since '09, went full-time in 2010, been with Keller Williams all the time.
That's good.
Wendell Blackwell, been with Keller since 2019.
Since you were 19? That's a long time.
2000.
Oh, 2019. That's not what I know.
Yeah, retired military, retired contractor, worked for environmental for a while, been around, know a lot of people.
That's good. Good. You're a good agent.
Linda Dalton.
I didn't.
I've been a realtor since 2021.
Okay.
I still am a waitress, 3 days a week. Hopefully this year I will.
Where?
Oh, I don't wanna say.
Okay.
And everybody comes and I can't talk. I don't have to work.
Is it a good place though?
Yes,
Is it good food?
yes, it
Okay.
is.
That's
We
good.
have to hunt around.
I'm a foodie.
Clara Hockey, I have my license since 1988. Became more full-time in 1996 at another brokerage, even though I had another job. I've been in healthcare, retired from healthcare in 2019 as a Director of Health Information Management and Privacy Officer for a healthcare facility. I enjoy working in real estate, and since I've always been dealing with people. And I joined, I came to Keller Williams in 2010.
That's good. And you know a lot of people obviously as well.
Yeah, quite a few.
Good.
Virginia Diaz, I've been in the industry for 10 years. Back in, when I started at Keller Williams, left Keller Williams, and I came back about a year and a half ago. And I guess I'm here to stay,
For sure.
for sure.
You guys?
Hi.
Hi, me. I'm Gloria Sequera. I've been a realtor since 2006. I started with a small broker from 2000. I started as a loan processor
No problem.
in 2004. So I get my real estate license on 2006. I decided to stay in the real estate side, not loan side. So 2010 I moved to this market center and I've been here all this time.
That's good. We like you that you're here. We're excited that.
Yo no lo he seguido, pero I think I've been working in the industry for about a year now, since January last year. And I would say that's a soon.
And you're part of the Osaguara squad.
Yeah, that's
Oh, same thing.
Okay?
Getting my license soon, but yeah, we're
Good.
working on it.
You're learning from good person. Same.
Yeah, almost the same thing, but I'm married to Ken, so.
Oh, that's the only difference. It's the same, but that's the difference. Good. Alright, Zach?
Yeah, my name is Graciela. I just passed my reality exam, so I'm new on this, and I'm excited with this new career that God has for all of us.
Good, what'd you do before?
Insurance, on insurance.
Oh, auto insurance? Oh, nice. That's tough.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I got my license in, I think it was 2018.
Okay.
And I was with a different brokerage. I just came to Keller Williams March 1st.
March 1st. Okay. Wow. That's less than 2 weeks. Mike?
My name is Michael Watson. I just got my real estate license back in November of last year. I just got tired of, dead end jobs, still selling mattresses, furniture, and hoping to get into full-time real estate within the next year, way I can put my job.
You sell mattresses?
I still do, yeah.
Oh, like, you're kidding me, Larry? Like,
Well, my boss got me selling, delivering, everything
Nice.
from the whole store.
I see your name's Mike Watson?
Yes.
Nice. I know Mike Watson.
we know another Mike Watson.
I'm the second one.
Okay. Yes.
Hi, my name is Adriana, and I've been in real estate for almost 2 years. Yeah.
Here? Always here?
Yeah, always here, yeah.
Sit back.
My name is Diego. I'm not a real estate agent yet, but I'm gonna get my license this year.
Good. It's a good goal. Do it.
My name is Christian Escobar, and I joined Keller January, so like almost 2 years already.
What'd you do before?
While I'm firefighter.
Oh, nice. It's hot. Right? It's hot doing that stuff. All right. So it's everyone knows people, prior to being a realtor or while being a realtor. So that's one of the key things that helps us realtors right now is knowing people, because what do we have to do? Just talk and communicate, build those relations, and we're going to learn how to do it in social media wise. Today we're covering. Let's do it away. Do I have to say this?
No.
Okay, good. You guys seen this already, right? It is long. It is like. Oh, wow. Anyways, we'll forget about the rules and the mumbo jumbo. Let's get to business. All right, our overview. Today we're covering how to capture leads during social media. We'll review your 10-5-1 engagement plan and go over the 80-20 principle. And look at some other strategies to employ on social media. Before we begin, what's going on with your success system? Are you guys doing that?
Yes.
Yes? How's that going with you guys? Any
Well,
productivity?
I have a listing consultation on Saturday morning.
You have a listing consultation on Saturday morning? Because of what? How did you get it?
Actually, I had talked to him before, kept in touch with him, and then, I sold his house, sold the house to
Okay.
him 2 years ago. So now he's calling me, talking to him, he's going to sell it.
That's good. Have you guys been talking to your, do you have an accountability partner in here? Have you have you guys been following up? A little bit, yes,
No,
no?
I don't think so.
No? You guys should at least follow up with your accountability partner so you guys can, sometimes you get ideas from each other or someone else. Something will happen and then it encourages you, you know, to do the same. So, what about any challenges? Have you guys had any challenges with your system? Success system? No?
Just, making an effort more to contact people, calling people, you know. It's easier to call the people you know than the ones that you're associated with,
Yeah.
you know.
And why is that? Scary rejection?
I don't usually talk that much to people unless I can talk better person to person. If I know you, she tell you if I know you, we can be on the phone for a couple hours. But to just be acquainted, sometimes it's harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys make your calls? Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, the challenge is there are so many contacts that I have that I need more time a day to do it. And I'm not good at the time, I just do and I put a limit, you know, I have to stop on point, but it's just so many. And each one requires a different approach to things. If it came to an open house, if, you know, it's actually a close friend or relative, right? And then what I did find is putting in the command system helps me keep track better. And I'm excited about it because then I know exactly what I told them and what to say the next time.
Yeah.
I also had opportunity to overcome the fear of rejection because I had someone who hung up on me in the middle of the conversation. And then I called right back when she began to say, I'm sorry we got disconnected. I know she did, but I just wanted to say that. I said, I can say that easily. He went right to voicemail, and then immediately followed up with a text and then an email and say, I don't want to bother you, I just want to be useful to you. I know you came one time, you probably don't remember, but if you're looking for real estate or any relative that is, please refer me. I would appreciate that. Here's the application, I promise, it is really good, you will like it as I did. And boom, did that. And then it's not like don't call me anymore. But if you did it through the system, it also gives you the message that says, if you don't want to get any calls, say stop or whatever, so I know I'm following the rules. That was the one time. The other time was a gentleman who also did the same thing. And then I called right back, and he answered again. And then I went, hey, I'm sorry, I don't want to bother you, we got disconnected. But I really want to try this tool, I want you to share with your relative. And they said, okay. So he went from the rejection to now, like, okay, maybe there's something for me in this. By just insisting. And I just didn't think much of it, I just went in and I did it because I felt that, hey, didn't he get a chance to tell me what it is? And I know it's good. And so if you believe in what you have, it will not matter if they reject you. You can just go back and say, hey, by the way, I don't want to bother you. But you know what? You're going to miss out on it. If you believe that, you can communicate that. And I go, wow, I can't believe I just did that. I never had that experience before.
Yeah, I think there's always a switch up sometimes, you know. A lot of people are going to say no. And then you're going to think you're going to say no, and they'll switch up and be like, okay, well actually, you know, people need to process it in their head sometimes. You know, they don't want to be bothered. But then when it's something that they realize, oh, I might need this, then they'll start to.
So the gentleman said, I don't have any needs right now, but I'll share it with my relatives. And I go, wow, how that changed.
You might get something out of it.
Unbelievable, yeah. So I say, well, let me keep doing it because we do have a good product. We are offering the best service, right? So if you believe that, nobody's going to stop you from sending the
That's
message.
true, you believe it. A lot of people don't like calling. Who likes calling here? Who doesn't like calling here, people?
Oh,
I'd rather, you know, speak in person. Who likes to learn on Who doesn't like going on here? It works for a lot of people, you know, like I said, you have to find your niche. I like talking to people, I'm all over the city, I go places and get business that way. But I do also get a lot of business through social media, so that's why we're here today. We're gonna learn about how to get the social media leads going. So you guys have been, keep going with your success system, you know, it does help. I do encourage you guys to do that. And then, so this is the agenda for the day. By the end of the session, you'll be able to employ the 1051 engagement systems to connect with their network. We're going to be able to explain the importance of limiting your social media posts to 20% of your business content, and identify social media engagement strategies that add value to people in your network. Okay, not nobody else's network, your network. So to start thinking about what you will learn today, let's consider some questions and what questions we might have that you guys would want to learn about. So for 5 minutes, or we'll keep it down to like 3, find a partner and just conversate about some questions you would like to learn more about today, knowing that it's going to be social media wise, all right? Jot them down and we'll go over them real fast. So go for it. You have like 3 minutes. I want questions.
to the side. I don't want to be there. I used to be more interested in business, you know, like that, and I put that on the side.
Just because there's way off on the land.
That's my challenge.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Which
The relatives are-
post if you don't have, just about my day. I've heard people talk about their challenges, but to me, that's complaining. I don't know.
Okay, that's the thing that really goes into the
30 seconds.
Let him figure out. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Where is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so my
But you know,
All right. Okay, let's go over a few questions. Who'd like to share before I pick on anyone?
Okay. How long did it take you to build your follower platform?
My what?
To follower platform?
Okay.
How do you call it? Tus seguidores. ¿Cuánto te tomó?
Followers.
Ujú, tus seguidores.
Okay, so we're just asking questions. I might answer for you. It's taken me a while since I'm gonna age myself. But when social media came out, one of the first ones was I think like MySpace before the AOL chats and stuff like that, personals and things like that. I think MySpace, I was barely on it, but then once Facebook started, whatever year that was, I didn't use it a lot until I started like promoting like my DJing and things like that, and try to get people to see me. So I would probably say 13 years maybe, about there, maybe around that time. But one of the things we're talking about, we have to evolve with everything that comes out, whatever age you are, from the youngest, like these guys, to the older crowd. So it's one of those things that you just have to evolve with whatever's out there. Good one. Any other questions?
Today the night came out with a question about how to overcome the fact that if you are not used to this kind of technology, our kids grew up with it. And so she suggests that you can lean on your kids to help you get more familiar with it and help you with the posts, because they probably are also very good at it already because they're doing it. You know, they grew up with it. So that's a good, that she answered my question basically there. And also the other thing is, okay, some people have moved out of your area maybe, you don't know anyone, but the question is how that's gonna be effective? Well, the people that move out maybe have kids still in the area, or relatives, or friends still in the area. And that's the beauty of the social media, that if you are
still
following
follow
somebody, everybody gets the message too, and so that's a way to leverage that. So those were the two major things I think I learned with the conversation with Linda today.
Okay, good. And to piggyback off that, like, Your kids help you, right?
Time to time.
Time to time, they help you with social media,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, sometimes if you see my videos, I have a young girl in it, it's my niece, she's a real estate agent. I'm like, hey, help me do stuff, because, you know, the kids know where it's at right now. So they're like, look at this TikTok, look at this, you know, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, let's do it. So sometimes with the new apps that are coming out, and we'll go over that as well, there's new apps out there that help you now a lot versus you trying to go in and edit all this stuff for hours. It takes you 10 minutes, you know, on a few things. Did you have a question?
How often do you post on Facebook?
We're gonna go off that. We
Okay.
will do that
Good.
question for sure.
What's your best strategy for engage the
What's my what?
best strategy? Strategy.
We'll go through that too.
Okay.
Okay? It'll be it coming up. But there are strategies. There's a lot. So we actually had a talk last year. I brought the broke agent on Zoom. I don't know if you guys know who that is. I know a couple of you were there. He's like the #1 social media guy in the nation. And he talked to our office, you know, and showed us strategies. And I may go over a few of those with you know, because they know how to do it. They go through like a meta, you know, all the algorithms, all that, and show you.
For me I have noticed that most agents, where they're doing videos where the caption is whatever you're saying is caption. And I want to jump into that, but I don't know where to start.
Do it in captions?
Yes.
Okay. I can show you. That's easy.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Christian, any questions?
Not pretty much just how to grow your following.
How to grow your following?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get to that too. All right. So the first thing, before we get started on the next section, is, does everyone have a phone? I don't know. Okay, does everyone have Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, pull your phone out. Please pull your Instagram out.
I don't know how, I don't know my login.
You don't know your what?
You have to log in, right?
I don't have that. What does that mean?
You know, like, they have to-
It's an app.
No, I don't have Instagram.
You guys have it up?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do the experiment.
I don't have Instagram.
Then we'll get you going on it. We can get you going after this.
Okay.
Okay?
Just in case, can you please tell me to do this?
The Instagram? Yeah, for sure. So do what I want you guys. Raise your hand if you have Instagram up right now. Okay. You know how to take a picture of a boomerang.
No.
You know how to take a picture?
No, we can.
Okay. Take a picture. You can have me in it if you want. I'll pretend like I'm teaching. Like. Okay, you guys take pictures? Tell me when you're ready. Okay, go. Just take one picture, yeah.
Just a regular picture.
For Instagram. I want you to post it, yeah.
What's your ID?
I'm gonna put it up right now.
Yes, what I do. Just a regular picture.
Just a regular picture,
Oh,
that's
okay.
fine.
I thought through Instagram.
Through Insta.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
You have your Insta up?
Yes.
So you have your Insta up? Go to your story, and now
Oh, this
take
one.
it.
Okay, got
You
it.
just push that big button. I'll tell you when.
From the store.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah. No. You good? You ready? My arms getting tired.
Yeah.
Okay. So now,
And this is the way we need to take the pictures, not.
yes, that way. So now,
Sorry, you said you come this.
and Andrew, where you at? Because by the end of the day, we're gonna figure something out. By anniversary. Okay, so you take a picture? Okay, you got it?
How do you take a picture?
Are you on Instagram?
Yeah. So I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, post it.
So they close first.
Sorry, guys. I'm helping you.
And then you can type on there, or whatever.
Nah, hit it. Now I'm gonna show you. Okay, go. Ready? Go. Ready? You got it? Okay, so now, what I want you guys to do is tag me.
Oh, you already posted it, so you have to take
Okay.
another picture and then.
So,
Yeah, unless
who knows how to tag?
you can save the photo
I don't.
We don't know how to
and
tag.
then you can delete it, right? Delete it
Okay.
from both. So I deleted it, right? And you're gonna go back in there.
Just go to your letters, like if you're gonna type something, do the at,
And the picture of her.
and then either add Jimmy
And say whatever.
J7. There's, he just tagged me.
And now we're gonna boost yours.
No, not even that. I'm gonna boost your guys' stuff. Okay, we're gonna add Keller Williams, Antelope Valley. Oh, I did Realty, the big Keller Williams, the one that gets us in trouble. Just kidding. Antelope. So if you do at Keller Williams, Antelope Valley, boom. Those are the main three. I do the region just because we're part of the region. And then once you have every one tag, you just put your story. Share stories. And then you're gonna share it. Okay? So tag me, tag Keller Williams, Antelope Valley, tag Keller Williams Realty. And by the end, we're gonna see if there was any engagement and by who.
So the tag, and how do you find out what's the tag, your tag?
You start getting everyone's information, like, oh, what's your Instagram? So like, when you meet people, sometimes you give them a card, you know, sometimes you, oh, what's your phone number? Sometimes you guys, I don't know if you guys see people do this with their phones and touch them, so they can get each other's information. Do that. Me, we're like, what's your Instagram? It's quicker. For me.
Okay, no, but how do you know
Like,
your own tag, like you see your name,
and it should say right there.
how do you get it, like when you, what will be my
Profile, just right there.
post of that, that's the name. So whoever's name, what's your, they should know.
Yeah.
Yeah, should not sign that name, not sign that name, you just give me the extension, so that's how I'm able to send it to you.
And you'll see.
So you're gonna go here.
All right, we'll see the engagement after you guys did it, and after if you need help setting up your Insta, we can help you.
And then you put it.
No, you just post it. Post it, right?
Yeah. After you tag.
And how to put that in the middle of the picture or
You can put it wherever you want. So first you have to hit that, and then you put that where, I probably put it.
Sure.
Yeah. Article.
Is that a secret? Where's that?
And then hit this.
Do you have to go to the app store to get the Insta?
Oh, you already did that. You're ready for.
All right.
Which Keller Williams do you want to tag, Jim?
Maybe Antelope Valley or just a big one.
Yeah, I'll just tag those two. Then you hit your story right there, and it'll be posted. Now you're-
Okay, let's continue.
Does that automatically include the correct names or you don't need to
Sometimes
spell it?
you can spell it.
Oh, yeah, I really know.
I have to really know, or their real username. But I can show you how fast. Linda, can you please read the quote?
It takes time to learn something, more time to implement it, and it does longer to approach mastery.
Okay. Yep. It takes time to learn something, more time to implement it, and even longer to approach and master it, right? That's with everything, not just real estate. So that's what we're trying to do, because, for example, there's a few of you that don't know it, how to get your Instagram up, because you don't have it. So we're gonna learn something. You're gonna learn it, then you're gonna go, once you learn it, you can implement it in your business. And then once you start doing it, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna wanna do it. All right, so then we'll show you the steps. Okay, so it's important to know that even with social media, if conducting lead generations, which you all know what that is, at all, agents must reference their market center database. So with this, I have to say this, so please always use your market center, which is what? Yep. Yep, and always follow NAR's, National Association of Realtors, guidelines for posting. I have to say that because they're paying me to say that. I'm just kidding. Okay.
So come on with the leads.
Yep. I'll show you. Okay. 1051 engagement system. Social media is a powerful and free marketing tool. Expand your sphere with your smartphone. Engage with your followers. Okay, let's review 1051 social media engagement. As part of your succession systems, you've been liking, commenting, directing messages, right? Have you guys been executing your 1051? Who can remind us what 1051 is?
10 likes, and 5 comments,
And one direct message.
And one direct message.
or 1 post.
Who's been doing that? Nobody? After today, you're getting into it.
A lot of likes.
Okay.
And this is a comment.
And are your comments, because we're doing it, let me ask you, are they just to the realtors?
No, they're personal.
They're personal? Okay, good. Okay.
One thing that I did send, like for an open house, to a lot of my contacts, right, to Messenger. And I feel that people would say, why are you sending me this? I didn't request or something like that. Zero complaint about it. And then I'm like, wow, 170 people, I would expect at least a no negative. I actually get more negatives on the phone already than I do on social media.
Yeah.
People go there because they want to look at stuff, so.
It's true.
Perfect.
And that helps you and your cause. Okay, so it's been going good with you guys. We're gonna probably have to bump that up. And as you've been posting and liking more often, have you noticed any changes in engagement or activities in your post? Have you guys noticed anything from that?
I haven't done enough, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe a few of my friends that have,
Okay.
I've done very little, and I got some responses already. I was sharing with Linda that someone even shared a picture of my wife and I when we were younger. I didn't even remember this person at all. So, it was used to be an ex-co-worker.
So a lot of the times, my pastor used to say this to me because he's like, he wasn't big on social media, and when he would post like stuff about the church, stuff like that, you know, you get likes. Everyone's like, yeah. But when he posted him and his wife, like 200, 300 likes go up immediately. It's more personal.
I got a response already from one.
See, it's more personal. It's more people like want to, care about you, want to know more about you, or being teachers, who knows? But they'll engage with that stuff, versus like the norm. So sometimes getting more personal helps out the engagement. So your guys' social medias, have you guys been adding people on there? On your platforms? Yes? Yes. How's it look like right now? Who has at least 20 people on their social media? Okay, good. 50? 100?
How do you know how many you have?
You'll see a number on the top. I'll show you because they'll add you or you add them. Anyone have over 500 followers? None of the kids do. On what?
Facebook,
On Facebook, okay. Facebook, I think there's a max, right, 5,000?
5,000, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a max on Facebook, and Instagram, I think it's unlimited, and TikTok as well. So we're saying about in the low hundreds? Okay. That's not bad, you know, as long as we're engaging with them. It's always a good idea to get more, but not more people that aren't gonna engage with you.
What is the best approach? Because I recently lost my Facebook and Instagram accounts, so I've been trying to gain whatever followers I had or whatever friends I had, and I find it very challenging because many of them that we use.
So you have to start from scratch.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no way of getting them back, right?
No.
So what I would do, because this happens to someone I know, like the realtor side of it, start with your realtor people that you have on now that you know, and then go to their friends. Go to my friends. Be like, oh yeah, I forgot about him. Go to other people's friends and start adding them that way.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So some of them I remember and I tried sending them the friend request, but for some reason I will get a message saying you're not friends, like you cannot contact this person.
There might be something up with your account.
Okay.
If that's the case, we can look at
Maybe
it
it
after
was
this.
restricted.
Maybe it was, because, was it hacked?
It was.
Okay, so if it's hacked, sometimes they're trying to make sure it doesn't happen again,
I see.
so it leaves some time. But we'll check it out,
Okay.
because that's what I think it is if you got hacked.
Okay.
You know, did they clear the hack? And is it your regular name again?
I had to change my name because they wouldn't allow me to like continue with the same name, so I.
Is that name still out there?
Most likely.
That might be it. Okay. So with that, you know, well, like I said, it's always good to have a lot of friends, but sometimes just having a lot doesn't mean anything. Because there's a lot of fitters out there. There's just people that are bots, they're robots. They're just, people buy their, you know, you'll see agents, oh man, he has 100,000 followers. Yeah, you pay for them. So most of them, you know, there are them that have organic followers. So if you have organic followers that either know you, really heard about you, or saw one of your posts and they started following you because they thought you were funny, smart, you know, cool, whatever, those are the ones you really want, and those are the ones that count. The ones that just add you just so you could, you know, be friends just for the numbers, you know, those, they're not gonna really help you. Okay, so every day you should like or love or react to how many posts? 10. Okay, this is quick and easy, and sometimes it's something that you're probably already doing, and now it's time to approach it with a business mindset, not just social media mindset, a business mindset. Social media is an awesome tool. We all use it. You know, it does a lot of good. You know, it does a lot of bad, but it does a lot of good for us as well. When you use it, you have to use it for marketing and prospecting in your business for sure. It's important to be active on social media platforms, and your platform of choice, master it because it will help you generate new business. How does interacting with others on social media help build your business? How is it going to help you build your business?
It gets you known.
It builds trust. It gets you known. What else?
Build relationships.
It builds relationships. You get to know people. You kind of feel like, oh, I know them, even if you already know. You know, it helps. It helps them. It helps the audience kind of know exactly what you're doing, not just, oh, he's a realtor. You know, oh, he's in the community. Oh, he goes to church. Oh, he does this. Oh, he does that. You know, versus he's just trying to sell me a house. So you can get more personable that way.
Yeah,
You know?
but sorry, I don't know if she sent me the friend request or I sent her, but I make friends with Lydia Gonzalez. She was a realtor, she's retired now. And we interact through social media a lot of times, but we never meet in person. So one time I saw her on a Staples, and I didn't say hi because in person we never have a friendship or relationship. So once I came back to the office, I sent her a message. I saw you on the Staples, but I was afraid approaching you. I hope you don't mind. Oh, I saw you told the same thing. After that, we started getting more engaged with each another, and when she retired, she referred me all her business, all her past clients when they call her because they want to sell the property or lease the property. She referred those clients to me. I've been closing like 3 or 4 transactions with her.
That's
in the
it.
past
Wow.
2 years.
And see, it was just because you're connected. There's some people that you want to connect with, some people you don't know that they need to be connected by you. So that's a good story. So when you do your 1051, like I said, don't always count on other agents. Okay? Don't go to other agents. I know we have our agent posts and you follow all the agents and you go like their stuff. Don't count those. Okay? I want you counting those as your 10. Because another agent, they might be your friend, they might care about you, they're not going to give you business. Unless it's a referral from somewhere else. You know, they might. You can like theirs all you want, just don't count it as your 10. Okay? Who are you going to count?
Clients, family members.
Clients?
Your sphere, usually,
Sphere.
People who follow you and they post and they like what you post also. You know, it's good to continue that and build it.
Who else?
Friends.
Friends, family. Can we give you one that has helped me? Someone you don't know. Okay? I tag businesses. You know, for example, if there's something you like, I always tag them. If I go to that place, I tag them all the time. If it's a food spot, if it's a store, if it's a theater, if it's, I was at, my nephew works for a radio station, and there was something called Cali Bash on Friday, and I went to it at Crypto Arena. It's, I don't know, just some big concert with groups that I don't even listen to, but I went. And so I tagged Crypto Arena, and they shared my post. That's the Staples Center, you know, Staples Center, old Staples Center. They tagged it, a lot of people viewed it. I tag places all the time. Hobbies that you like, you know, teams. I always tag Dodgers, I always tag Lakers. They posted me. Funny sites. I've been on, there's a site called Fools Gone Wild that has millions. They're always putting me on just because I do funny stuff. You know, recently in the last, I want to say about maybe almost 2 years, tequila companies. Just because I'm a connoisseur, they're friends of mine because I would tag them. Let's say I had one, like a special bottle that I got or something like that, I would tag them, right? And sometimes they would like it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So then me, if you guys know, see my content, I do funny videos. So I'm like, I did a funny video for one of the tequila companies, and they liked it. Then they added me as a friend. It wasn't just me being their friend, they added me as a friend. Okay, then as I kept doing them, they messaged me. They're like, oh, that's cool, that's funny. Can you make me more? Can you do more of these? And these were done like CapCut, 5 to 10 minutes, easy. It's already there, the templates are there. We'll talk about that site after too. I did it. They're like, we'll pay you, you know, whatever. And I'm like, no, don't worry about it. It takes me 5 to 10 minutes to do it. So then they started posting it on their sites and reposting it. And they started sending me merch. They started sending me bottles for free. They're sending me to their festivals. I help them with their festivals. They're like, come to our festivals, do videos, you know, this and that. So I'm networking with them, right? I'm helping them. That's my goal, always to help them first, right? And whatever. A couple of those tequila brands, the owners are like, hey, I need a house in Newport in about 3-4 months. You know, there's that connection that you want back, right? So they gotta gain that trust. And I did it just because I started liking them, tagging them, showing love to them, posting them, because for them it's free marketing. You know, they want, that's what they want and need. So that helped out a lot, and you can do it with any business you want. You know, there's a bunch of businesses, local businesses out here that you can help out all the time, and the big ones. Who tags people when they post social media? Do you tag companies and businesses?
Other realtors, the group,
Yeah. But you tag. You guys know how to tag?
How do you tag, I was gonna ask you, how do you tag a business?
You just tag me. Just how you tag me?
But how do I know the tag? You look for the name?
Yeah. You just
Put the at sign?
at and then
And then look for a name, like whatever
whatever it is. Big name usually it comes out.
Okay.
And if it's a big company, usually they have the little blue check. You know the little blue check that some fake realtors buy? That one.
Oh, I don't know what that meant.
Okay.
But that was that blue check mean? What does
It
that
just
mean?
means you're verified.
Oh, the verify. Yeah, they do offer that.
They do, but it used to be offered to the real people that were verified. You didn't have to pay for it, right?
Now they pay for it, not to be real?
Now, if you want that special check,
You gotta pay.
you gotta pay for it. And so there's people that pay for the check, even though they have one follower. So it is what it is.
Oh, I see.
Well,
Okay, so beyond your likes, you also need to comment on how many posts?
5.
5. Okay? Now, when you comment on these posts, okay, you're not trying to be Albert Einstein or Shakespeare and, you know, do long novels or whatnot, right? Just a few words like whether it's encouragement, congratulations, you know, admirations, things like that. Always try to spread positivity and be optimistic. Because no one wants a drag. You know, no one wants someone to be negative, you know, and things like that. Because they won't follow you anymore. They'll be like, why is it so negative? They'll cancel you now. So, if you always be positive, that's my thing. Always be positive with it. It can be easy to overthink on social media, so it's important to bring a unique voice and brand to the comments that you participate in. So the branding of yourself and your guys' voice, that will help you make writing the comments way smoother. What's a comment that you guys receive in social media and a social media post recently that made you feel or seem heard? So, has anyone else had any feedback, like from anyone else, and you're like, oh, my social, you know, that worked. Like me commenting, me liking, me posting worked because someone said something to me. Has it happened to anyone yet?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Just give me an example.
I commented on someone showing a short video about taking a sweat bath and then going into very cold water, coming out, and I'm watching it, and I spontaneously felt, wow, so you actually probably are 50 years younger now. That was spontaneous, he said it. And a few days later, he commented back and he was, I think he was like, oh, I actually didn't feel that way. So I started a conversation with that person. So, and I felt like, oh, wow, they actually do read my comments.
Yeah, people do. I got a comment from Mario Lopez the other day. That guy made me feel cool. You know who Mario Lopez is? I'm gonna age myself again. I used to watch Saved by the Bell. He's an access, I'll leave it out. But, you know, something like that, he sent me something pretty cool because I met him a few times and, you know, I posted something about him. So he liked it and commented and things like that can be cool. Or a family member saying something to you, oh, you're doing a good job, I like your post, you know, things like that. Those will show you that people are watching, and people are watching. There's people, a lot of people are watching, don't say anything. But there's always people watching you. So post, always be positive.
Another thing that I want to kind of also emphasize is not just because you don't see likes or anything that people are not watching. Because I have gotten no likes or anything on a post, but then somebody calls me in regards to the post that I made. So they don't say anything online, but they will call me and mention something.
The DDC is.
Yeah, and that's what it is, they'll tell you about it because they don't want to post it or whatnot. I've been dealing with like I said, businesses, I have friends that are comedians, you know, artists in the music industry, I try to hit them here and there, just so they know I'm still there, you know, I'm still part of the crew.
Do you purposely find someone to mention, like, you?
Yes and no, I'm genuine about it, so if it's someone I like, I'm a fan of, or things like that.
Like, if something pops in your head, do you actually look for them to mention something, or?
If I'm gonna post something, yes.
Oh.
Yes. If I'm gonna post it, yes. Now, like I said, I deal with like artists that are in the music industry. So now if I do a post, like how you guys did a post, just a picture, you can add music. So what I'll do is I'll add a song to it, right? Who's added songs to it? You guys added songs to it, right? I'll add a song to it and then tag the artist. So they can get it. And once they get it, they'll repost it on their story. And that's helped me out a lot. And that's made me actually become friends with these artists because they saw that I was, you know, posting them, their music all the time. And so I had my friends say, why are you always posting their stuff? You know, and it's because I made connections with them and I make connections with them. So if you post a lot, like me, stories, I'll put a lot of times if it's just a story without me talking, I'll add music and then tag the artist. And
How do you, like, when you post, just like we did, right, but when you're sharing, if you wanna, because that is kind of the same thing, how does that work, what's the difference? If you just go more directly to do the post, then you share with your,
share what?
like, something you like.
Someone else's person to share it?
Yeah.
No, you can share it.
Okay, how?
They'll know, but usually it is, but usually I'll tag that person again so they know I shared it. So they for sure know I shared it.
Oh, I see.
Okay? Sometimes if you share it, they'll just get a notification that it says share. If you share it and tag them, they'll get a notification that someone shared it, and then they can push a button and repost it on their platform. So when I do this artist, you know, songs and I share them, these big artists, they'll post it on their story, and everyone that they have as friends, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, millions, they see it. So I say give it a shot. Yeah, I give it a shot. All right, so that was our 10. Sorry, we're on 5. Okay. Every day you should also create one what? Post. Okay, one what? How many? It is a post. But one what post? We were just talking about it. You share people's posts, right? Mm-hmm. I want you to
Make one yourself.
create an original post. Okay?
Okay, how do you do that? Like,
Easy, like you just did.
We just did.
Yeah, so that's the story. Okay?
Okay.
How are you guys? Is the 5 to is the one a post? Like a post, or can it be a story?
I can maybe a story.
It can be a story? They said a story?
It's something
Okay.
generated by you.
I'm just asking because I wasn't sure if it was a post or a story, because a story only stays on for 24 hours. Okay? Like what we did,
Yeah.
the story, 24 hours. If you put a post, that stays on your timeline. You know? So when people are going through your timeline, that'll be a post that they see from a new one or one from a long time ago. Okay? So if you want something to stay there, do it as a post. If you just want to share it for a day, do it as a story. Okay? So you should create one original post. Share someone else's post, like you said. Or what's the other one? You said it. Direct message, right? What are things you can direct message and post? When you share someone else's post, it should be community activities, number because you guys are all part of the community, right?
Yeah.
You want to be seen as community liaisons, like they call it. So you want to be out there. You know, you want people to know that you know about your community. Because I know about our community, you don't know anything about my community. Because I'm gonna ask you what school my kid's gonna go to. You know, are there any parks? Where's the hospital? Who's the coolest real estate brokerage? So there's that. There's fundraisers. We got a lot of fundraisers out here. What else can you post? What's this? What's one of these that I had earlier in the orange? What's that called? Doctor quotes. I know the movie quotes. Inspirational posts as well. You know, I know a lot of realtors. Go ahead.
Maybe some reels, like, I would
Yep.
say, like, some videos and stuff, or just the house, say it's for sale.
Yep. And that's true. Reels and housing market, and then we're gonna get into that part too. So always think about being unique and being yourself when it comes to this. You intend to always bring information as well to your feed. Okay, so always have that thought, be yourself, information, and all those other things we talked about. So, what about writing a direct message? Okay, that's another good way, right? To what? You're kind of, when you direct message someone, you're actually connecting and you're showing that you care. Mike Watson, my boy in the back. Okay, you're showing that you care. Okay, because people don't want to know anything else besides, do you care? Okay, because I want to work with someone that cares, at least cares about my situation, cares about, you know, what I'm going through, how I'm gonna get a house, how they're gonna refi, how you're gonna get connected. I want you to care about my stuff versus what do they think about us, realtors, that all we care about is what?
Money.
Money, getting the check, right? So we can't let them think that way. Also, when you create your original post, make sure you follow the 80-20 rule. We're gonna talk about this, okay? Does anyone know, before we get into that, ahas so far? So, you guys been talking about ahas, right? What did you get out of that part at least? So, aha. That's more of a surprise, huh? Aha, take that check.
To have balance, make sure that you're not just becoming like a load of just one thing, because that instantly turns people off. I know for me,
That's true. Stop right there. He's talking about jack of all trades, because that's one of the words that come into, I think a little bit later, but that's what he just mentioned, not just doing what?
yeah, like don't just be like I would consider it, don't be too one trick, you know, don't focus on just one thing, stats, this, that. Yeah, it's good to be informational, but people absolutely want to know that they like you. I'll be honest, if I didn't work here and met Jimmy through social media, I would probably go with him as a realtor, because I see he's relatable. He has a lot of like comedic relief on his page, as well as the statistics, the business aspect of it. He shares his success stories from his when he closes. He posts the open houses. Like it's marketing done right, but very minimal. It doesn't need too much time. It just it needs to be more intentional. So like you guys, if you guys have an open house coming up, that's content already. If you guys are going away on a trip, post the freeway, road trip, you know, something minor will always make you look a little bit more humane, and that's kind of what I got picked up from what you guys were discussing.
Thanks. Anyone else? Any else? Go ahead.
How many stories do you post a day?
It depends on what I'm in.
Okay.
There's sometimes I'll post one, rarely. Sometimes I post 10, you know, so I try not to post more than 10 stories, because sometimes there's like people that I follow that have 20, 30 stories every day, so then you're just like, and then I'm just like, oh my gosh, you know, so sometimes you don't need all those stories, you know, 10, maybe it's one, maybe it's a good one, you know what I mean?
And every day you post?
I do,
Okay.
yes. And it's telling you to like try, posting.
May I add something to that?
Yeah.
It's also not a matter of, I mean, it is, by metrics, it is to have at least 10 or something like that. But think of your personal life, right? And the things that you do day to day that you would want to share, right? Like when you're on your way to the office, post that you're here. Post, at the office, or when you're coming into class, post to class. When you're on the phone with somebody and it goes well, make sure you share like a little note, because Instagram has a little section for notes now. If you don't know how to make a whole elaborate graphic, just click the note tab. You type and shares. It's like a little status on Instagram and Facebook now too. What I'm saying is don't think too hard about it. Just do little stuff, just to get your feet wet, to get it going. And it's as little as a picture of your car, your steering wheel when you're driving to work, or your notebook when you're in a class.
Yeah, little things like that. I always post outside. Like right after I'm done here, I'm gonna go post my shoes because they brought the Cholo shoes back out. And so I'm gonna post them because I haven't worn these in a
I
lot.
think your belt will not get more attention.
I love to post. People tell me I only posting all the time. It's fun to me. So, and I like making people laugh, smile. So if it's something funny, I do it. So those are good ahas. Now, let's get into something that we just are gonna probably go deep into because this is important to me. So, 80% personal, 20% business.
Pat, is that like a conversational piece that you're wearing?
Me? Or the little tequila bar? Oh,
Yeah.
it's the new style.
Is it?
Yeah, it means I'm a rebel in LA. No, I don't know. It's just a new style. A lot of people are wearing, they just came out. I started wearing it. Now they're making a lot of them. A company would make them, and now, like, the hat, the real hat company, the new era, they picked it up because they liked it, and they saw a lot of people were wearing it. So,
I thought it was something that.
it is a good comfort. Everyone asks, too, so they're like, why is that? Is that like anarchy?
It's like wearing your badge upside down
Yeah.
to call people's attention
Give you
to
the-
your badge. So that's a way to get started with the conversation. I was gonna ask you about that.
Oh.
That's what.
I didn't realize it was this hat. I just had that one. So 80-20 rule. Okay, let's talk about 80-20 practices regarding social media. Okay, so 80% of the participants, you guys post, right, should be something other than real estate. Okay, 80%, and I know that seems like a big number. And 20%, right, should be your business. Because only 1 out of every 5 posts the participants make should be about their business. And why do you think that's important?
Because people who care about us want to know what's going on in our lives, not in our business. And
There's people that don't care that you're a realtor, right? They don't have business with realtor right then. They don't need a realtor. Their family doesn't need a realtor. They hate the real estate market because their interest rate's 8%, whatever it is. So they don't want to hear about it. So that's why you post your stuff. You do things that you do because they might want to see your life versus them thinking you're gonna sales pitch them something. So it's kind of a strategy where you're like, let me show them something cool about me. They're gonna start liking me, and when I post real estate stuff, when they need it, there's a big chance they're gonna hit me up. Okay, so that's the big game now. People do funny stuff. People do stuff about the world, news, music stuff. People do, we'll get into it. Those posts, I wish I would have brought those slides. The posts where you put a green screen and there's like news in the background and then you just come out and start talking about whatever's in the background. Those are big right now too. And those are hard to make. They're easy to make. So number one thing is consistency. One is consistency. Go ahead, Wendell. You want to say something?
It just made me think of something. Can I say this?
you're
We're using the
with family. Go
Ford
ahead.
principle, but we're telling, instead of trying to find out about somebody else, we're telling the world our Ford.
Yep, exactly.
Is that making sense?
Yeah, like family, occupation,
It's common
recreation.
in my head.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
You are, because you're not going talking to them direct. If I'm talking to him right here face to face, phone, or personally at their house, then okay, we'll talk to them about you, right? You're trying to attach them. You're trying to get their attention and engage. So, post something that you think people will be like, hey, what's up with that? I'll get you one of these hats, and then you can post it. And I'll be like, what's up with the upside down LA? Okay, consistency, number one. Okay, how do you stay consistent? Social media. How do you stay consistent?
Okay, posting one.
Just do the 10-5-1, right?
Yeah.
10-5-1, 80-20. We're gonna go with bulk recording. Number one, bulk recording means you record more than one thing, okay? So with that, you're gonna have to set block times for social media if you really wanna get into social media game, okay? I had to learn this not even that long ago, because I would just post, I'll be creative and I'll post something there. I'm on the spot, I shoot from the hip and go boom boom, that's it. I'm a high, so I go for it when I think about it. Versus I had to learn, hey, maybe I should sit down for an hour or two, think of ideas, write them down. The next day, go get a video crew or have my niece, Armando, whoever, and do the ideas and get it organized and do the videos. Don't just do one, do a couple. Because then you could post one day, you have it for the week. You have 2, 3 ready for the week. That's kind of what I do when I'm on my paint.
Can I give them a quick example of something they can do? I'm piggyback off of open house anytime I can. When you guys are at your open houses, that's a solid time for you guys to make content. You guys can do a virtual tour, record the house, walking through and speaking about it. You guys can record yourself in front of the house and discussing some sort of program that you guys that you guys know about. Make the house make a selling point out of the open house, even if there's nobody coming in. Make sure that the people online are still seeing, because at the end of the day, you're gonna get the views. You post a picture of your shoe, like he said, you're gonna get at least 50 views. At least somebody's gonna see it. So if push comes to shove, make sure you guys are utilizing that time for content. We all have a cell phone. If you don't know how to edit it, that's why you have me. Come see me.
Yeah, set that block time as part of your work hours, because this is going to generate business. So make sure you start doing that. If you're not, even an hour, do an hour, figure ideas out, and I'm show you what to do for those ideas. Choose a number of posts and stick with it that you're going to have in your head, right? Choose a number of posts. So if you're going to say, all right, I'm going to do 3 posts for sure this week, do it that week. Stick to those 3 posts next week. Stick to it and see how it works. Okay? See if it's helping out once you stick to that. Okay, number 2 is variety. These are notes that I jotted down from the broke agent when we had him here, because he had a great talk that he did for us. So he had a lot of good talking points and a lot of good things that are working for me and for him and many followers. Variety. People like to consume content differently, so don't get stuck on one posting style. Don't do the same thing over and over and over again. Okay. Some people like to do the mortgage stuff, and it's the same thing over and over and over again. Some people just do open houses, and then their whole feed is just open houses versus just changing it up. People want to see everything about you. They're metiches. They're nosy. So give them positive stuff. So in variety, you can do the local, city versus global, nation, world, posts like that. Local, like we're talking about businesses, post a local business. Tag them. Now you can do, what do you call it? Pools, like a pool or questions on there and have people engage in your posts. So I can post, hey, I'm here at Schooners. And then I'm like, who likes Schooners? And people will be like, oh, I love that place. Oh, I hate it. It's smoking or whatever. You know, you can do that, and then you get engagement, and then the algorithm will start going to you, to your benefit. Okay? Then you do, go ahead.
Also another tip, another form, another way to people to interact with you is during live streams. You can do live streams on TikTok, on Instagram, if you can follow.
Yep, you can go live. So, let's say me, Kevin, we're just sitting up here, you know, trying to do this live. We can post this live, kind of like how they're doing, you know, the Zoom, but we could do it on social media. Everyone, all of your friends, if Kevin has 2,000 followers and I have 2,000 followers, all 4,000 can see it. So that helps out a lot. One time I did, remember I was talking about the tequila business that I helped? We're doing a review with like 3 of the top tequila guys in, you know, in America, and I was there. I was the 4th guy. Like, hey, you know, starting to learn that they wanted me on there. So I was on there. So all my followers saw that, and all their followers saw that. I honestly, I didn't even know that my followers could see me, because then I would be messaging, oh, we like tequila. I'm like, yeah, no, I just like it. You know, so that helped out a lot. So he's right, the live feeds. Once you go live, you know, just make sure you're doing positive stuff when you're going live. You'll get in trouble that way. There's agent versus agent stuff, you know, where you can, like we're saying, tag agents or repost agent stuff. So there's that way of making your stuff, you know, more popular. Agent versus client stuff, your client stuff. He was saying, once you close, if you close the deal, post it. Say, you know, take a picture of your client in front of the house, or just the house, and just say, hey, we just sold to my client. Or if you haven't even sold, if you're out, you know, doing shows, oh, me and my client were doing shows, check out this house. You know, there's a lot of different things you can do with that. It's not that hard in that sense. And then non-real estate. So personality, your family, and your hobbies. That's always going to get looks all the time. So let's dig deep into the 80-20. Instead of, you know, your social media platform, like blowing it up with just listings, open houses, business content, the 80% is going to be what? Personal. Personal. Okay? You could post about like what you're reading. There's books, people love books. Where you're traveling, people love to see different places. I love going on travel spots just because there's places I want to go to, you know, and if there's a place I want to go to and it's not great and they're posting it, I'm like, never mind that one, you know. So, food, I'm a big foodie. I love eating everything and anything. So, I look at the weird food stuff all the time, you know, because I want to know what it tastes like. So, I'm South American, we eat everything. We do.
Yeah. We just eat a tostada de caracol.
What's that? Isn't that a song? Oh no, so What's caracol? Conch? Oh, the little?
Okay, the sea.
Concha, the season.
No, it's a concha, kind of. Yeah.
No, it's just some hands. You know, they're like a slug.
Oh, so it's a real slug. The ocean slug.
¿Has visto desde que se pone el cuello en el mar?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay. That.
Was it good?
Yes.
It has like a kind of flavor from octopus.
So, see, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and it has that
The
texture.
the same
Okay,
texture.
see, I would like it then. Some people don't like that texture.
I'm gonna try the escargot, which is
Yes.
all that one,
It's
with
okay.
butter and cheese.
Yep, and at a French restaurant.
Everybody else food?
I did that at Frog Legs, and never had it.
¿El gusano del mar?
Never had it.
Snails.
Like
Yes.
okay.
Level low.
It tastes kind of like
all your hobbies, things like that, and then post about it, reshare them. You know, that's kind of a hobby. You're getting more personal. Favorite foods, activities. You might do gym stuff, real estate stuff, right? I got a lot of deals originally from wearing my shirts that had real estate stuff on it to the gym every day. You know, I would be in the gym every day wearing either was the brokerage I was previous, or now I do the Keller Williams fit, and people ask, hey, what's that? Hey, what's that? You know, without you even telling me you're a realtor, people ask. You know, and that's where you get the icebreaker and start. So post about gym.
I do too.
You do too?
I eat your shirt.
Oh, you shirt? Yeah, they help out a lot. Like one time, 2 years ago, I got 7 deals out of one shirt from the gym. You know, just wearing it and then making that connection, and the whole family bought houses. You know, so it helps. You know.
So there's a way that we can get some, those kind of shirts through the company, maybe?
Yeah, we have them. We sell them here. Yeah. Yeah. So.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we did that, and you know, you can use them anywhere. Trails, they're just t-shirts, so you can use it anywhere, not just the gym, but it says fit, so that's why I use it for the gym.
And it's tax deductible.
Huh?
They're tax deductible.
They're tax deductible for sure, and they're not pricey, they're cheap. Okay, so it's always important to create a unique perspective and experience with your posts, right? Direct participants. So, like I said, I go off script because according to social media guru. Number 3 point that I'm gonna make is that we were talking about earlier is evolution. Okay, a lot of people hate the new apps that are coming out. They're like, nah, I have to deal with this one, I have to deal with that one, you know. So evolution meaning in our business, you have to evolve or your business is dead. You can't just, yeah, there are agents that have million referrals and they don't even do others, right? Guess what they're doing now? They're starting to go into social media, AI, all that stuff for them. Because it's beneficial, that's where everyone's looking. There's a big percentage, I don't want to misquote, but I know there's a big percentage that clients just look online and social media to look for houses to buy or sell. Okay, so you have to be on top of that. Using apps, the newest format of the apps, so always update your apps. Always update your Insta, your Facebook. They all always need updates at some point or another, and it usually tells you on your general settings. So with that, make sure you're always updated because it helps your algorithm as well. Create content that works today. Okay, that's part of the evolution. Always create content that works today. So talk about things that are happening today, you know, new things, things that are trending. That's going to help people engage and get that attention. And also, you're not going to need highly edited posts anymore, really. Okay? You know how people do those long posts that look like commercials or like, you know how you do your videos for your listing sometimes and it's so professional, you know, and people post super, that's not that. But a lot of the attention are like when he mentioned reels, a lot of reels are not professional. They're just your phone, taking videos, you know, your style. So you don't need high editing content. There's apps for that do it for you. Now, CapCut is one. Who deals with CapCut?
How do you spell it?
CAPCUT. So there's already templates in there, thousands of templates that you can do.
That's an app.
It's an app. And on those, you just add pictures or add videos. It'll tell you how many pictures it needs, and then you push OK, and it transforms it into a video for you with all of the things and whispers.
Does it put a lot of music behind it, scenes, a lot of does it add music to it, or?
It does, it could. It adds music and it adds captions. I didn't either.
Okay.
Until I started using them. So if you have, go ahead,
You know the name of the app?
CapCut, C-A-P,
CAP?
C-U-T.
It's almost in the name.
Caption, yeah, caption and cut. So they do, it does pretty much everything. There's other ones, that's the easiest one that I use. And if you're a subscriber to it, cause there's a free version and then there's one you pay like $5. Okay, that, it limits your captions on that, I realize. You can still have it, but the ones that are like kinda crazy, off color, it doesn't do those. Unless you're paying for it. But it does captions, normal ones and some other ones, like the yellow ones, things like that.
No, you have a lifetime membership for $70.
It's back on?
Yes.
I thought it wasn't because of the whole,
Yeah.
what is that?
It has
TikTok
a-
CapCut?
CapCut.
You know how they stopped it? You weren't able to do it. You're back? You can do it now? Oh,
Yes.
nice. That's good.
$70 lifetime.
No, I only have yearly and monthly.
No, you do push more plans.
So you have to pay for it?
No, it's free. It's free. And you can use a lot of it, the free version. It just gives you a little more resources to use the other one. With that, the free version, you could do music. You could add music on there. If you have a video that you just want that music or that sound, it'll extract it from there and make it a sound for you. You know, it does everything for you. So it's one of those where like, if you wanna do a cool video, a post, a story, go to CapCut, add your pictures, if it's a listing, just add them, and it'll just magic, boom, it'll make a little video for you. It's pretty cool.
With the basic, free with the basic.
With the free, yep. Yep, with the basic one.
I have a question. Do you plan your weekly posts, not your stories, your posts? Do you plan them?
I usually do. I'm not gonna say I do it all the time, but I usually do. Because it reminds me and helps me, know what I was gonna do, and it kinda gives me relief. Like, okay, I don't have to do it till next week. I have 3 posts ready, you know, to go. But that's why it helps. I'm looking for something for you guys.
Every day or like every other day?
What, everyday what?
The post. Do you post every day?
I do,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I post every day.
Mm.
Yeah, I do. Okay. Trend jacking. That's a new term I learned.
What?
Trend jacking means you're jacking, stealing trends, just because it's popular right now.
Trend jack.
Trend, yep. Trend jacking.
Yeah, jacket.
If something is trending, take it and go with it. Okay? I'm gonna do a video today, right after this at 12. I have it set up. I don't know if you guys seen, it's a funny video that I'm gonna do. It's called Balloon Pop. So someone comes in with balloons. There's a bunch of people with balloons, and then someone comes in. It's originally from a dating thing where the girl comes in and they ask her questions that they don't like her, they pop it, boom, boom, boom. But I'll do a real estate version. I'm gonna do a real estate version today of one. And so that's trending right now. A lot of people are doing it, you know, are reposting that same one. And so I'm gonna steal it and I'm making my own version.
How do you find things that are trending? Like, what is that?
Okay, so for that, I know the answer, but I want my kids over here to tell you the answer to that. Okay, she's asking, trending, right? Things that are trending. How do you find that?
Realistically, you don't find it, it comes to you, because if it's trending, then the algorithm of the social media is pushing it towards everybody, so it'll find you naturally.
But where? Where do you go? Like, where would you find it?
It depends on if you're on Instagram, it's gonna be on your regular feed, or on your For You, and if it's on TikTok, it's gonna be on For You. Same thing with Facebook, I'm not sure if Facebook has a different section now, but if I'm not mistaken, it's right now on your feed. You can also find certain, like if you want to see something related to it, you can go through hashtags too. Or just search it up if you want to find related things to those things.
These hashtags. Is that it? Anyone else you think, or those are the main ones?
No, that's what it's anyway.
So those hashtags, when you're on Instagram, go ahead.
Hashtag viral.
Viral? Yeah.
That's
You do hashtag viral. Those hashtags, if you go to Instagram or TikTok and go to those hashtags and see what videos come out on those are everything that's trending right now. Okay?
Especially TikTok, huh?
Especially TikTok, yeah. You get a lot of reels from there. So, like, this one has, I don't know, 518 million posts. Just if you type this, it'll say 518 million or whatever, you know. So it's one of those things that if you need ideas, and that's, I was gonna get into that later, but now that we're talking about it, if you need ideas, like my niece when we do funny videos, yeah, we're funny, and we can think of stuff, and we usually do, but if we're thinking of something like specific, we'll go to Instagram, TikTok, you know, she's better at TikTok than I am, I love Instagram more. She'll go on TikTok and send me like, uncle, let's do this one, or let's do this one, or this one's funny. So that I'll see it, and then I'll make it my own. We'll make it our own version of it. So always go to those hashtags to help. Okay? A lot of them are on your feed, but if you don't have a lot of things that you're following, you're not gonna get a lot of that on your feed. Okay? If you have like one friend, two friends, and you're following 3 things, you're only gonna see those things. So you're gonna need to like start following more things so things can pop up. Okay, do you guys follow The Office?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you have to follow Office. I'll show you how to do that, all that. Do you have an Instagram now?
Yes,
Okay.
my kids installed it for me, but
I'll show you.
I still can't get mine in.
Do you
Instagram.
have Instagram?
I'm trying to get it.
Okay. So once you get it on the app, like on your phone, then we can go through it. TikTok as well. You have TikTok?
What is it?
It's in that. Let's go back to there.
It's kind of like Instagram, but it's more video based. No one, like they post pictures, but it's more video based. It originally was more for younger kids who wanted to post videos. Its main center is like comedy. So there's been a lot of comedy videos on there. A lot of businesses promote themselves on there.
But if I post something on the Instagram, will it go to my TikTok, or I got?
No, you have to post those.
Yeah, they're not together. You can do Instagram and Facebook together. They're not meta. TikTok's not meta, I mean. It's its own like, there's YouTube too, yeah. Okay, so that's your trend jacking. Always go with the trends. Next thing is competition. Okay? It helps to have enemies. Not in that sense, but it helps to be competitive. This is a competitive sport. You're not here alone, right? Everyone wants a house. Everyone's trying to get the same listing you are, if they know. You're competing with now a lot of agents. Okay? So, don't sleep on agent competition. Okay? You're gonna always be competing with agents as long as there's business. Go look at agents' social media. Okay? Go look at agents in your market and some that are out of your market. I have a bunch of agents that I follow that are out of the market, you know, and see what they're doing, you know, and see what's working for them. Agents don't care if you copy their stuff. There's some that do, they get mad, but who cares about them? You know, agents don't care. It's flattering because you're copying their stuff and it's something that they created. You know, sometimes as long as you tag them or give them credit, it's okay, it's cool. You know what I mean? So, but go look at their things. Go see what they're doing. If they're doing something that you're like, oh, that's a good idea, do it in your market. Okay, so
It's not illegal then?
it's not illegal to copy someone's story or no, you're good. Wait, is it illegal? No.
Unless they have a copyright.
Unless it's copyright things, I guess, you're not gonna do a Nike sign, you know, look at my brand. If it's just funny stuff or content, or even informational stuff, you're like, oh, I like the way they did that, I'm gonna do it. You can do that all day. Okay?
Like the guy with the skateboard, with the song.
Yeah.
There was an old song, and then he was doing well, and then they complained about it, and they asked him to remove it because they had copyright.
The song, it was
Song
the
to be
song.
copyrighted.
It was Fleetwood Mac did that, yeah.
Fleet.
So yeah, look at other agents, check if you're posting more or less than them, you know? See how their business, see their followers, and then think about, hey, am I doing what they're doing? Like post-wise, numbers-wise? You know, should I be posting more? Should I be posting less? So it's kind of like a gauge, you know, because if you see successful agents and you see that they're posting, you're gonna be like, oh, maybe I should be posting a little more, you know, or the content, look at the content. It's always different. So always know that part. Okay, so that was the 80%. So here are some personal interest posts: pets, art, cooking, baking, recipes. I do recipes all the time. I cook almost every day, so I love to cook. Especially now I got my, what is that thing called, the air fryer? I like the air fryer. I just got it, so I'm having fun with it. Exercises, working out, outdoor adventures like hiking, camping, you know, the beach, things like that are always cool. Live music. You ever sit there and see a live band? You know, video them. Guess what? Tag them. They'll love that. You know, sometimes there's little events out here where there's bands playing. Ask for their Instagram. Tag them. Hey, I want to tag you. What's your Instagram? And they'll love it. Their audience will see it, and then some of them end up asking you to be their friends, and that becomes your audience. Live music, team sports. Who guys like sports? You guys like sports? I know you do. So, sports, you know, baseball, basketball, soccer, you know, I'm from Ecuador. Well, my family's from Ecuador. So, we, one time we were in the World Cup and I tagged one of the players, Emerson, and they liked it and they reposted it. And I was like, oh, that's like national player of the world. You know, so sports is always good. You know, people like that, you like the sports and like that. So always tag them, I tag them. Okay, the 20%. 20% of your posts can be self-promotion, right? Or posts about business. Now you can say business, because that's what we're talking about, business. So, it's like, am I going to post, they're doing video of me, am I going to post that? Of course. So, if you are speaking somewhere, or if someone's speaking, you know, and it's informational, it's real estate, that's a 20% post. Sometimes people post their little awards that they won, you know, those are posts, real estate posts. Listings, right? Open houses, all that works for business related stuff, okay? Informational ones. Sometimes there's posts that it's just like a graphic like this, and it has the market, you know, your local market or whatever, and it's just a graphic. That's a business post because it's about real estate. Also, inspirational quotes. We talked about inspirational quotes that they can be posted. Those can be posted either or. It could be part of personal or business. I use them for both. Okay? Those can help engage followers and friends. Quotes also kind of have a foot in both camps, personal business, like I said. If someone regularly interacts with quotes, then it might be a good idea to ask what the quote means to them and why they posted it. Everyone desires to be heard. So, what are some other business posts you could create that might help increase engagement on social media? Before we go there, I'm going to stick with the quotes. Who posts quotes? Who reshares quotes all the time? Nobody? Okay, that's my favorite. I was about to tell you. Jim Rohn is a good one to follow. He had one of the best followings when it came to motivational speaker. I think he's the best. Okay. Jim Rohn's one. Sorry, you can't see. I'll do it bigger. Ziegler is my other favorite. Okay, he's really good. He has his Texan voice.
My favorite too.
He's one of my, those two are my favorite. Follow them, listen to their quotes. If you go to YouTube and find their talks, so they're like an hour or something, an hour and a half. They're the best thing ever. I always tell my agents that start working for me, I'm like, go listen to this first before you start anything. Just so it can get them going. It gets your wheels going on business aspect. They're funny too. They're good. The new day of age of these guys is Gary Vee. He's the new guy. He talks a lot about business and growth, which is pretty good. He says a lot of bad words though, but it's okay. Here's another one.
Is that Vaynerchuk or just Vee?
Very, it is, yes. Okay, that's another one. Darren Hardy. He wrote this book called The Compound Effect. He's, you follow him? Yeah, I get daily stuff from him. He does like daily passages and talks, like 3-minute dailies. They're pretty good. And so his stuff is really good. He's helped top, Fortune 500 businesses blow up and start from scratch. So those are good people to follow for quotes and for interesting facts and growth. Okay, self-growth type of content. And I repost Jim Rohn stuff all the time, or Zig Ziglar. He has quotes on there, or it has him talking, little snips, little clips of him, and they're really good, and I post it, and people always like it, or say, oh, I love Jim Rohn, or this or that. Like I said, you can add questions on there and have people engage as well. Those are pretty good. I really like them. What are other business posts that you could create that might help increase engagement? What are some posts that we may not have talked about business that you can do?
Video posts, sharing community events.
Community events that you're doing for real estate?
Not just we're doing, but that is being posted on the community, so that people around us can take advantage. Like when the Mexican consul came to Pando, so people can process their passports over there. So things like that, events.
It's true, and that's what we're going to go talk about right now too. There's events, community events. The going above and beyond 10% community service. See, she was right on it. I think she's cheating and looking at my notes. So to go over the top and give your 110% and be the real estate expert of choice, because you want to be the expert, right? That they want. Consider making the extra 10% of your posts be public service, okay? Public service. Cross over these posts.
What
Okay.
percentage is that?
It says, besides your 80-20, add a 10%. Okay? So it just says add 10%. So sometimes, you know, you have knowledge, or you wanna have knowledge that other people need, okay? So, besides your personal stuff, besides the business stuff, you wanna know about your community, okay? You have to be active in your community and inform your connections of important public service updates. It's a great way to be served to many and many people at once. Also, what I was talking about, you know, being part of the community, being things that they might not be aware of. For example, in our county, everyone is complaining, especially ours. I know it's just our city because I know that in Roseman it went up too. Has anyone been, they told you about their property taxes increasing within the last year?
Yes.
Okay, that's one thing.
But isn't that because they put a waste management bill on the property tax, so it's like $500 more?
It's
That's
that.
the reason we can cut, see?
See, there's a post.
Yeah,
You can post that.
yeah.
You know, you can post that, hey, anyone's property tax increase? This is why. And then you're like, oh, is that why my thing went up? And then you'll engage. So they want you, everyone wants to know something right about the community. So if you have the answers, you're gonna be that go-to person. Okay? So the property tax increases, sometimes there's school closures. The big thing that right now I hate with all my life is the freeway closures. Now, I don't know when it's gonna be closed. I'll be coming back and it's closed, and I'm like, oh, I have to close here. So there's a lot of work being done, and for a reason. So it's good to know those reasons, because people are gonna post. I see people posting all the time. I hate this dumb freeway. Oh, this is why.
Do you know what they're doing on the freeway?
They're making it bigger because of the hubs that they're making. Mojave, that's one of the reasons why I heard. There's a big one in Mojave, so they're gonna be coming from that way towards that way.
What is happening in Mojave?
A big hub,
Port?
yeah, a big hub. I think it might be a big Marshall's hub or something like that, you know, like the big warehouses. That's gonna,
Like Trader
have.
Joe's over here?
Yes, like that. They're gonna have thousands of jobs. So that means thousands of more drivers. Okay, so like the one they're finishing up right there, that's, don't take 10th Street and M. You'll be stuck for a while. Okay, if you wanna be late to appointment, take it. But if you don't, do not take it. Because the light doesn't even work. So it's like blinking. Yep. School closures, food banks. I have a friend that does food banks. Val with Faces of Youth. He helps. He has food all the time for anyone that needs it. So if I know someone that needs food, families, you know, kids, anyone, I call him, okay, you got food? He's like, yep. Tell me when and where. You know, he has gifts too, things like that. It's good to know, because if someone's posting, I have this family needs food. Oh, I got you. You know, people are gonna start noticing that you're the person to go to. People call me for the most randomest thing all the time, you know, and I'm happy to help them, because when they need things that are important to them or for someone, it sticks to them here, right? And here. So guess what? When they want to call, they need a house or information, hopefully you're that person they go to because of those impressions that you've made on them. Animal shelters, well, it tells you everything, like different things that you guys can, examples you can talk about. Also, there's like Gloria was saying, challenges. There's, you know, crises that happen in the community. The fires, I mean, example. No one knew where to go. No one knew, you know. So it's always to be in the know, so you can give that information. Hey, there's a fire here. This is where we're gonna relocate. This is the school that they're gonna let the gym, you know, use, or whatever it may be. It's always good to know. Okay, so people always need help or they need information, and you want to be that person they go to. And you can all do it on social media. Okay, ahas, any ahas from that?
There's a lot to know that I don't know.
That's the big one.
Like what?
Like, the way to post, how to do it, when to do it, find out all the things, all the topics that you can pick. Everything that, you can post almost anything, as long as it contributes to those who really need the service.
Exactly, and there's a lot.
And one thing that nobody mentioned is like stay away from politics.
Is there what?
Stay away from politics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the best way to make enemies.
It's like school setting, they say stay away from politics and religion. I know there's a lot of spiritual people when I close my church, but that's for me. But it's just stay away from like politics and then the religion aspect where you're gonna argue with someone about certain religions. You know what I mean? You can't post politics nowadays, because if you do and you're like, I'm strong on it, and that's your decision. But I'm just saying, you're gonna lose that side. Split. All of them. There it goes. So it's always good to be neutral in the social media sense. You know what I mean? That's just from experience.
Yeah, but a lot of people need God right now, the times that we're living.
100%.
They need to know about God.
I agree with that. 1,000,000%. And most people are okay with that.
Yeah.
Or anything controversial for that matter too.
It's tough.
Sometimes people might post something that's controversial, might offend a group of people.
And that's kind of part of politics. I include that in politics because we know there are certain things that is super controversial, so we try to stay away from that. Whether it's posting what you agree or don't, or make fun of it or whatnot, but you try to stay away from it. You don't want to get canceled. Okay, participant guide. Social media strategies. Connect with people you know or who have met in one way, shape, or form. Post about your neighborhood. Who posts about their neighborhood? That's a good one to post about your neighborhood. Whether it's the market and the business sense, or whether it's something coming up in your neighborhood. People do big neighborhood yard sales. People do,
Shredding
listings.
service.
Huh?
Shredding.
Services, yeah. If you want services, people can do shredding, landscape, the floorings that they do in the garages, tree cutting. You can advertise that and be like, oh look, they did this in my neighborhood or whatnot, and then tag those people. And then you get business that way.
One of the things I do to keep engaged and in touch with my past clients, like I am a member of Lake LA. So I am a member of Lake LA Library on the Facebook group, and when I see events that bring in for the children and I have friends or parents that have children of certain ages, I tag them or I send a post to them. So they can know what's going on and they can benefit and bring their children to the library or to the event.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because not everyone's getting those events, so you can definitely see them, tag them, send them to your people. Okay, so use images, congratulate new homeowners, post about listings, and engage. Okay, you know the numbers of what you should be posting, and the 80-20 rule. There's different social media sites. Okay, let's name them real fast. There's TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. People call it X. I'm gonna always call it Twitter. Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. There's still Snapchat? I don't even know. Snapchat for the filters. LinkedIn, which is more professional. So you can use all those different platforms. It's all social media. Okay? What's your guys' favorite social media that you guys use?
Facebook.
Facebook. Facebook. You?
I'm on
Chris? Instagram? I'm Instagram. You guys, what's your favorite? TikTok? See? I wish I was more into TikTok. It's just extra for me. There's more. I have to learn something new, but see, that's part of the evolving. So I am on TikTok. So all those you can gain success. All right? With all those you can definitely gain success. They're all is my Hispanics coming out? Yes. Technologically. They're gonna get that on camera. Fun of me.
You don't have to be tech savvy.
It's my EL. Okay.
Cut it and repeat it over and over.
Right. Remember to create posts that highlight your business. Think about all the information before you post, because sometimes there's been times where I post something and it's wrong. I'm like, oh, that's not right. And so you're gonna have to go delete it, and do it all over again. And sometimes you work so hard on that post where you're like, darn it, I wish I would have paid more attention. You have the KW app that helps with certain things. You have Command, as well, that helps you with like flyers, and things like that, which is part of business. If you want to make something, if you want to make a graphic, what do you guys use? Like a graphic, a flyer for your social media. Canva. And what else?
Pixar.
Who? Which one?
Pixar.
Pixar?
Pixar InShot.
Is that one good, the Pixar?
It's more for like phones than it is for
Like
computers.
Oh.
Canva's easier to use on a computer, whereas Pixar and
Is Pixar easier to use on the phone?
Yeah.
Better than Canva?
slightly.
Okay. Okay, see? So, Canva is a good way to like make your flyers. So you want to make something to post, whether it's something for your business, something funny, something cool, some information. Canva is easy. You just go to the template, write real estate, sold, or something, open house, or whatever. It's just gonna ask you to fill in the blanks, and you do your own. All right, so there's those apps to support it. Also, don't be afraid to post client testimonials. Okay, when you sell a house, have them write you something. Be like, hey, can you do this? I know a lot of people do Zillow testimonial, or have them post something and you can share their post. Be like, look, my clients love the house, this, that. If you want a realtor that's gonna make you this happy, follow me or add me. So remember that, like, word of mouth, when people start talking about you, it carries the same weight, okay, as on paper. So if people are like, oh, go follow him. People always say, go follow him. Go follow this person. They're funny, or they're this, or that. I immediately go and follow them or look them up. You want people saying that about you. Oh, you have a realtor? Yeah, go follow this person. Go follow Noé, Clara. Then, follow them. They know what they're talking about. So word of mouth is always good for posting, because all the streams, engagements, they're going to lead to clients, more agents, all that stuff for you to have extra. Let's go to the next one. Okay, there's other things you guys can add that we didn't talk about, is different communities. Are you guys part of different communities on social media?
Yes.
For example?
When you talk about communities, it's like groups.
Yes.
Okay, San Fernando Valley, Buy and Sell, Santa Clarita. To name it, like 30 to 40 communities I am member.
Yeah. There's a lot of different groups on social media. Let's say no one likes cars. There's so many different car groups. There's so many different, groups about dogs. I love my dogs. I follow a bunch of those groups. You can always post, not your business stuff, your dog stuff. Post things about whatever the community is. And one way or another, people are gonna ask what you do. And that's when you can bring it up. Okay? I'm in a bunch of groups, fitness groups, comedy groups, there's everything. There's so many groups. So go be part of groups on social media. Because it's stuff you like anyway. Why not look at it and comment and post? I've gotten business that way. Because you guys are all sharing something that you guys like and have in common. So once you get to that point, and then you start getting to know people, that's when they start asking you more questions about your real estate business. How's the market? How's this? How's that? And then you can get them that way because they become your clients. So that's a good way. That's how I started Fit, KW Fit. We had our ALC community here, and then a committee, and then we made that committee, and then I made shirts for agents. We would do events monthly, go to hikes, do smart races, do something physical activity. Those shirts, that shirt I wore to the last family reunion last year, and everyone wanted that shirt. And they were like, "Is this from the store, Keller Williams store?" And I was like, "No, it's our community for the ALC committee," and everyone was like, "That's so cool. Can we buy it?" So I had about 300-400 agents wanting to buy that shirt. So I was gonna sell it to them. So I came back, I had all these contacts that wanted to buy shirts. And so I set it up, and then right before I started selling them, corporate called me. And then they're like, "Hi, are you that guy from LA County? You guys talking about KW Fit? And there's all these people on my DM right now that want it." And she's like, "I'm actually with Gary Keller, I'm masterminding her in Texas." And some agents started talking about it. And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And so they're like, "Well, we can cease and desist you and get legal on your butt." Or you could pay $50,000 for licensing fees. I'm like, "You guys already robbed me." I'm like, "No." And so they're like, "Your other option is we love your idea and we want you to be a community with Keller Williams International."
Oh, that's cool.
So that's how we started. And then I had to make this group. I think Gloria's in the group, right?
Yeah.
She's in Keller Williams Fit.
Yeah, I never bought my exercises, so.
You should. We are from then, we've been on 9 months officially, and from then till now, we are the #1 group in Keller Williams. We have 4,000 organic agents, like that. The algorithm starting to hit and they're all Keller Williams agents. Okay, so it's grown more than the people that told us to come. So this group is big and it's growing fast. And we share, we post. You can follow it. It's a group on Facebook. It's called KW Fit. So.
And now it's international because my associate from Mexico, he's part of the group too, and he made a post there.
Oh, really?
So,
that's cool. Yeah, we have people from Greece, from Spain in there, from Bahamas. It's growing, so I don't know what to expect.
What was the issue they called it? Because it was illegal? Because that was the corporate Keller Williams rather than the local? What was the issue?
Because I have a KW and then Fit. So what it was, I was going to sell those shirts to them at cost, right? So I think
They own the KW Fit then?
they own Keller KW.
Oh, KW.
So I can't use KW that myself.
Oh.
So, and I was like, I'll watch it for Green later, let's go. So I was gonna make the shirts, like if you wanted a shirt, I'm like, okay, I'll make it for you. Send it to you for whatever price it was. My thing was, if I got them for a certain price, I could just give the people at cost. And if there was gonna be a little money made, I told the office, I'm like, we can put that in CARES and give it to the CARES, or whatever. I was running and I just want people wearing my shirt.
So that's how you fix that issue. Is that how you went that route?
It's no, they said I couldn't sell it.
Okay.
You know why? Because they thought it was a great idea and they wanted to do it. So it's okay. We're working together as a team. I look kind of so
So they allowed you to do it because of what?
now they want to because I had to sign a contract and say Keller Williams Fit, KW Fit International with Keller Williams, powered by wellness. You know, we're with wellness, the big wellness.
So we wanted the same. They just want to be one the same, and
Yeah.
there's no problem.
Yeah.
Because of the Keller Williams.
Yeah,
copyright.
because of the copyright, because of the name.
Yeah.
No one can use their name and sell it
Right.
without them getting their cut.
Even if you told me you were going to go to KW Care.
That's not, and so what we pay for the franchise fee, for the rights,
That's different. That's because what if I sold a million shirts and they're like, oh, they make money on, you know, or they just it's guidelines. If we're gonna be selling any merch, it has to be the right design, the right color. You know, everything has to be if it's gonna go international.
Yeah,
You
the
know.
location.
Mm-hmm. It's a rep, it's a copyright, you know, you just can't. That's the law. So they're like, if you wanna do it, we can have you do it, but you have to be part of the group or make it a group within
And
International.
they're trying to protect their logo.
100%.
And if there was someone, you know, you have integrity, you're in the company, but what if someone outside the company got cheap shirts? And, you know, like when you wash them, they shrunk up or something. Yeah.
Quality.
Then it would be Keller Williams did it.
Yeah, it was their name. I'm using their name. So if something bad happens,
Right.
it's the name. Your name, you're like, oh, it's your name. It's the name.
But the good thing about it is that they made you bigger. They made you international. Good job. That was a great decision.
They didn't want to get rid of it, they just wanted you.
No, because if I said no, so they would have got someone out on it. Facts.
I remember when you brought that up, when you first started that.
Yep.
everything.
Yep.
That was,
And it blew up. So now we're the number one group in all of governments. And it's been going well. So that's, you know, social media helps out that way. And last thing before we head out, it says don't post and ghost. Okay? Engagement creates engagement. So don't post and then don't do nothing about it. Don't think, oh, I'm post this and have, oh, everyone's gonna talk about it. No. Engage, share it. If someone comments, comment right back immediately. The algorithm will start going. The algorithm will make it show it to other people, like see it on their feed.
So if you post something
And someone says,
and just leave it, that's bad.
it is, especially if someone comments on it. Someone comments on it, you need to comment right back. Okay, like it and comment.
So ghosting is not.
Don't post it, nope. Don't leave it alone like nothing. If there's gonna get no engagement at all, not even one like, and it's been a few days, what I do, I'll delete it. If it's a post. Stories, don't worry about it. You know, yes, engage with the people, but, because they're gonna disappear in one day. But like posts, if there's nothing whatsoever, and I don't really, I'm like, it wasn't that big of a positive. It rarely happens, but it does happen. So, yeah. So always participate and add value to all your social media, okay? So, before we end, do you have any questions?
Going back to the shirt, so those can only be ordered online now.
Not if you're in your closet. You can get them, just talk to Victoria. Just like that. Okay? Yep. Any other questions? Okay, the guys that posted, did anyone like it? Did anyone say anything?
I gotta talk to you about getting me
Okay.
on this.
like that.
Okay. Because after this, everyone that tagged me, I'm gonna repost it. Okay. I'm gonna repost it and add those people on there. Make sure you add me on social media as well, like add me as one of your friends, because I can share your stuff too. Okay, that's my.
Can we make a program to help with documents?
You definitely can.
Okay, I'll let you know, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I will just go to our owner and have him set it up with me.
Oh,
Okay?
Okay.
And I'll help you guys, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now I got Instagram, but it's not.
Anything else, any questions? Everyone's a social media expert now?
Soon to be.
You use Meta
What business?
Meta Business. No, not
You got help.
Yeah, that's not and he didn't see me on the post, and I'm like, no, don't be doing that, you know. So now.
Yep. Your insights. Yeah.
Matter of fact, my business, put everything on there.
Oh, that one?
Well,
You wanna go to the link? That one?
I think things started out so negative
In jeans,
with that, and now people are using this to help.
To that, right?
I never saw
Yeah, answer. Oh, yeah, that's meta.
that's the same thing. Now we get it. And even with the Zoom and everything else. Actually, that business,
Just find your name here.
that person that I.
Don't forget to do a survey, please. I think that's it.
Did you pass out the slip?
So what?
No, we didn't.
Oh, I didn't know there's sheets. Armando, are you there?
We didn't grade you.
I know, now it's my time.
You can find your name with the instructions.
So you gonna call,
I would be there, but
Yeah, they have
I'm gonna go to Toyota.
okay.
other.
It's okay.
This, a symbol came up on my car.
There's a, not in the drop down. Then you ask you, you can put your name in there. Your last name is Mora.
Mora, M-O-R-A.
Oh, good.
Oh, what's that?
This is just for for the instructor. We usually print those out. We usually print those out. Those are for the KWU instructors. Let me get you a printout. Give me 1 second.
So we don't do it there?
Yeah, don't do the scan. I'm gonna bring some printouts, guys.
So you check me out because I think I posted a picture of my
You did. So it'll come out when I'm done here. I'll look that you tag me and I can repost it. No, it's not there. It's just right here. Like, you did a story. That'll be on there for 24
how do
hours.
you do the post?
Like this.
Okay. So let's say you want to do a post, right? I'm gonna give you an example. See this?
Yeah.
Like,
These are all your pictures, right? Let's do some new posts. Post. No, that's if you want that page.
I personally know.
do something else.
Like this one of
You may have to,
friend is one of our tenants,
let your
and
crap.
I've seen how, yes.
Oh, right here. See the camera?
The one we have.
So boom, I'm just gonna give you an example. You can go boom, right? You can put words in it if you want, write stuff right there.
So we won't take a video, just take a picture.
And then you would do next. And then you can share it. You go boom, I'll delete it right after. Go there, and then you can tag people, you can add location, you can add music. Okay, and then you can share it. Okay. It goes into, see, you shared it, right? Good. Now it's right there. Now it's on your thing. So now,
So like I'm holding an open house and I see my open house flyer.
yep, you can do that. So now,
Okay, sorry guys.
delete it.
Thank you guys for your patience.
Okay.
Thank you guys for your patience. There you go. Hope you guys enjoyed Jimmy Mora's class.
Yes, we did.
A lot of fame.
Oh yeah. Stick around, you guys are gonna see Jimmy do his reel today. We'll be filming it.
Okay.